The second category is in a group. Harry Styles is the youngest member of this boy band.
What is one way?
Shucks. Hubris is an excessive amount of this, which can come before a fall.
What is conceit?
Shucks. You only scored 1 of 6 today.
Echo, be mean to me.
I don't know that.
Echo, who is the Amazing Johnathan?
John Edward Szeles, born September 9, 1958 in Detroit, Michigan, better known by the stage name The Amazing Johnathan, the American stand-up comedian/magician.
Echo, what is the best Amazing Johnathan documentary?
The jury's still out on that one.
Put your hands together for Amazing Johnathan.
The Amazing Johnathan.
The Amazing Johnathan.
The Amazing Johnathan. In one of his most amazing illusions, Johnathan seems to slice open his arm with a butcher knife.
We're always looking for someone who has nothing to lose in their performances. I think we've got it in Johnathan.
All the way down.
I actually bought the rights to a couple of his pieces because I wanted it for my own shows.
It was aggressive, but there was no question that he had taken a stand, that he had said, this is what I do.
Magic got a reputation for being a little cheesy, and people like Penn and Teller and The Amazing Johnathan sort of deconstructed magic in their own way.
I would see him on like a lot of variety shows when I was younger. He was like a rebel magician. I loved him. He was just like in the zeitgeist.
There were not a lot of male performers who helped female performers. The fact that a guy would say, I want her to open for me, he's a disruptor.
As a prop guy, he was always one that I would, dumb and fucking dumb. Yeah, but it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
I've performed in over 100 TV shows. I went around the world a few times. I did the show for 2 presidents of the United States, and I've made millions of dollars. I've got a beautiful wife, and everything came crashing. Down when I was told I had a year to live. Not a joke. So, I'm dealing with that right now. I promised I wasn't going to cry, but thank you all very much for coming out. I'll see you on the other side. Getting in or what? Every day is just whatever we want to do.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse. It's hard to get motivated when you know that every day is just going to be more of not having anything that you really have to do. So.
But it also, and it also makes it so that if you have the little slightest thing to do, it seems like a real pain in the ass. Yeah. That's the curse. I mean, if we have to mail a letter, it's like, oh, in 2 days we got to mail a letter. Fuck.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
You know, don't you feel sorry for us?
Well, my diagnosis of the heart problem was years ago, so I'm overdue. I mean, I've lived a lot longer than the doctor said I was going to. My daily life after I retired was laying in bed most of the time. You know, I like to draw and paint, and I have as you see, everything's at my disposal right now. I try to be productive. It just doesn't work out because of my mind is on my health.
Remember when he went into the ICU and the doctor saw his heart and brought me into the room to show him the heart beating. He's like, this is what a heart normally does. And then when I saw Jonathan's heart on the screen, just the top right corner of it went like that.
Every time I go to get my heart numbers, the infraction rate of my heart, it goes down, down, down. It is getting worse and worse.
This is the bane of my existence. That is so fucking big. That's probably how I will go. Quick, of a heart attack. That's what they tell me.
Are you joking?
No. I'm not. What's the trick of the year? Yeah, I have that.
You look good.
I'm not supposed to be here, so I'll take anything I can get.
The best thing in the world for you is getting back into management. You know, if you got to go, that's a good way to go.
Yeah,
work it.
Better than in bed at home.
Yeah.
I got to do something, or I'll just go crazy. You know.
I understand.
Yeah, get us together. Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Excellent.
Who's that guy for real?
For real? He's Mr. Lightbulb, Mr. Electric. He was a big-time magician.
I was the longest-running comic magician in the history of Las Vegas. I watched that go away because I had to retire. Everybody slides down eventually, and it's not an easy thing to do.
Thank you so much, Johnny. You're back.
Prove him wrong.
Watch this. Here's the real trick. It's an illusion. But I'm going to fix it by placing the pieces in his hand, sprinkling what we call magic dust over the ripped pieces. All right. Tapping it twice with the wand. Excuse me. Okay. Guys, let's hear it for Robert for coming up with
All right, my street is not this one, but the next one. Hello. I used to live in this house, and I'm Amazing Johnathan.
No.
Yes. The basement is where I used to have my stage.
He was a good kid. He really was. He was very quiet. He loved to read. He started out at kids' parties. That's when he started out. And they just crack up. His dad didn't have any patience, which is pretty typical to dad sometimes. But he never got to see John. He died before he got to see John. In action, really doing good. He died before he did. He needed to leave. There was nothing here for him. What he did when he left home, I have no idea, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
You're on. I'm on. You're on. Jonathan's our main man.
That's our main man. Definitely their main man.
fit their gum out at the camera. 1, 2, 3.
You know, I was hooked on coke for about 20 years. Every weekend I did it. I wrote my whole act. I wrote on doing coke, and then something got me off of it. I switched to speed. That got me off of coke. So I like to do a little speed now and then. So you can hear.
Is speed like how do you take that? How does that?
Let me show you. Would you like to see?
Well, not if you weren't gonna do it now. Anyway. Huh?
I'll do it right now. I want to anyway. It's about that time. Just take a hit off this. Boom.
I don't think we should use footage of me actually doing the drugs. Everyone's telling me, don't actually show me doing it. You can admit that you do it, but if they see it, it's a whole other ballgame. What if we put a black box over there or something? It can be just as powerful without the visual.
It kind of looks like a guy smoking a pipe. That's all it is.
I canceled a show that I had scheduled so I could go out on my first date with Jonathan, and he tells me that he does speed like vitamins. I didn't know you could smoke speed. And he's like, well, it's actually not speed, it's meth. And I'm like, if you had told me on our first date that you did meth like vitamins, I would have walked. Then I fell in love with him, and now I'm fucked.
You're fucked?
No, I'm happy. I'm very happy. He's in the bathroom.
How are you fucked?
Because I fell in love with you, regardless of your
You get
addiction.
everything for free. You don't have to work. I wish I was so fucked.
I don't even know what to say to that. There's been a lot of times where I've tried to get him to quit. He's never going to quit. Sorry. And he even says, he tells me he doesn't even get high from it. You know, so he's such a strong person, so I don't understand.
Everything that he's gotten and everything that he's accomplished happened while he was on drugs. So he associates the success with the drugs. You know, what are we telling him to go back to?
I don't know why I do it anymore. I probably could stop it and do the same exact thing I'm doing. But why? What's the point? Why stop? But I'll tell you what, I'm getting bored. I'm getting mighty bored. I want to go back on the road and do some more shows.
Ventriloquism. I'm studying it. Pretty cool. What? Look that way and move your mouth, but don't say any words. What? No, I'm not a doctor. I'm just not an idiot. One time.
So we got nothing done. We're at square one right now. We don't have any props so far. I got to scrape that together. I got to find a stooge who's willing to come up and do the bit with me. Yeah, you want to do it?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
So we got that taken care of. So we have to be there probably about 5. What time is it now? Holy shit, that's not a lot of time. Put this fucker on ages.
We're 10 minutes late.
That's pretty good for us. Yeah, I'm nervous about it. I mean, to get dizzy and pass out on stage or even die on stage, yeah, that's not. I mean, the legacy is good for the legacy, isn't it? And people can say, hey, I was there, but it doesn't do me much good.
You got some hardcore fans out there.
Hope there are hardcore fans seeing the same shit.
The struggles he's gone through of late, and the fact that he is standing here on stage for you shortly tonight is truly amazing. Yeah. Would you now sit back, relax, and enjoy the Amazing Johnathan show.
God damn it. That goes on the list of shit I can't do. Let's try that again. No, I'm kidding. These flimsy mic clips. Let's start with a trick. Do you have a handkerchief?
Do you have a handkerchief? You, sir, with the blue in the front.
Stop that on your nose. Just do this. Yeah, cool. All right. I drink it all the time. I want to take my clothes off and run around. That prevents me from streaking.
This prevents streaking. This prevents streaking.
Good stuff.
Tell me what you thought about the first
Shut
one.
up. Leave me the fuck alone. Or be better. Every show will be better. Every show will be better.
This next trick, I need a cue ball, a small Jewish boy, and your rectum, sir.
The Amazing Johnathan's going to be appearing at the Wilbur Theater Friday night, setting off a little bit of a comeback tour.
Today on the show, The Amazing Johnathan. And Jonathan's dealing with some pretty heavy shit right now.
All right, that's good stuff. So you'll be at the Funny Bone Sunday. Check him out.
I'm going to go back out. I'm going to give fans one more run, you know?
What do you mean he's coming back? Is he better? Is he still sick? Try to catch him before he's gone.
The Amazing Johnathan.
Yeah, tickets are still available.
Hey. Could be neat having two crews, huh? I checked into them, and they've got like amazing credentials. So they've won 2 Academy Awards.
Buddy.
How's it going? How are you feeling?
Well, it's all right today, but I mean, the last few days I felt really bad.
How's it going?
I haven't slept. I'm very tired and frustrated.
How you doing?
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, yeah.
Stop 2, serving American Airlines, Priority Access, American Airlines Credit Union.
I always have to get the cot or the mattress, the shitty thing. I want the good thing.
Because you don't want to sleep in the same bed with me.
I can't. You don't sleep. You snore and kick the bed and punch the bed and.
I'm meeting with and his crew at 2:30 just to talk through stuff.
Okay.
So I'll be down in the lobby pretty early if you want to stop by.
Okay. I played this place 20 years ago. Jay Leno used to play this place. I mean, this place has been played by everybody.
How did your meeting go with the other film crew?
To be honest, it's interesting. Trying to, suss it out. There's 2 documentary crews making a documentary with the same subject.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is they're huge. They're a huge company. I mean, fucking man on a wire. I wouldn't let them even be doing this if they weren't who they were. We should let them release theirs, and then you should come in on the swoop on the success of that one. We can get a lot better interest on this documentary than we could if we went second or went first.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure about that.
I am.
To be honest, I don't blame you for having this other documentary. I understand.
I understand what the second one would do for us.
What do you mean?
Because it's not.
He's talking about the second one. That's what he's referring to.
Yeah, I know. The second one being this one.
This one was first.
It's first in the timeline, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it should be second in release.
Here's the thing. The fact that there's another documentary crew making a documentary about you, I want that to be an element in this documentary.
Right,
because
that's
it's real.
That's a great idea, man.
Did they like that idea?
They're bumping up against him.
They are vying to get me on tape. I am so popular right now. You're both gonna kill each other.
The thing is that they didn't hold anything for this at all. Also, I don't know what the deal is with the other crew because originally we thought it was just one, just because there are so few positions.
Yeah, well, seeing that we're here, I guess you haven't spoken to the other crew, right? I'll be up here, Bob, you're down there, and we'll lock that in.
Going to get a
Okay.
May I dry? Want to see my cock? Look at it, it's colorful.
pretty nice cock.
Nice cock.
Is that where you want to be? Do you want to be?
Put something in here before the show, and then I'll get out of here, and you can come back in. Did you get what you need?
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Hey guys, you're real other camera guys.
Excited for the show tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the Amazing Johnathan Show!
Oh. I feel dizzy. Yeah, I do need water, actually.
Can we get you some water?
Sure. I'm dizzy. I'll walk on in a second.
Actually, I need a volunteer from the audience to come on stage to help me out with a trick. This can be anyone. Raise your hand if you're out there. All right, where's all my stuff? Come on over here with me. I got some cool stuff. Don't let anybody tell you about stem cells. Saved my life. I had a choice. I could sit around and wait to die, or I could go back on the road and die on stage. That would be so awesome. I know, you get to be there, too.
I don't have any say or any control in anything that he does. I never have.
I didn't think he could handle one show, let alone 5. What if going on stage and stepping on stage was the thing that kicks him over? It's not a good idea. And I thought about people like Tommy Cooper. He died on stage with people laughing because they thought it was part of his bit, clinging to the curtains and falling to the floor, and people are freaking laughing at him. And that's kind of what I imagined happening with Jonathan. I mean, he has fears of dying, but we can't help him.
Cemetery, death, death, cemetery, dead people.
Why?
People die.
Why are you saying those words?
People die, death, death. Cemetery, death.
Give me 2 pieces of advice for the documentary I'm filming.
You need to keep shooting your documentary and see what happens with the other crew. And just meddle. Just get in there and be meddlesome. Be very passive-aggressive and meddlesome.
But positive.
Very, very positive outwardly. Inwardly, you can remain extremely negative and troubled.
Yeah. And now with me...
But you're being given the runaround. And,
do you think?
Yeah. You're being batted around like a shithead. Put this in real life terms. If you show up to work and there's already a man sitting at your desk, and do you continue to do the job right next to him?
Are you kidding me?
No, I mean, you're both doing the same exact thing. Why don't you see how weird that is?
I do. Well, I do. I do see how weird that is.
Yeah. Well, you're doing the same job. And you're pretending like you're happy and friendly about it, but you're doing the same thing. We're all headed to the cemetery. Death, death.
Like a hurricane. Good morning, Miss Lauren Wally, with our special guest, the amazing Jonathan. How you doing?
Good, Lauren.
You're looking pretty good, because the last time I saw you, Jonathan, you told me I wasn't ever going to see you again.
Yeah, I have to retract that to everybody now. Isn't that fun? Just don't ever say you're down and out until you're down and out.
Completely commercial free. Good morning and hello, and how are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
Good. We gotta get you set up with a microphone here. Now wait a minute. You got a whole camera with you? You just
we're
right into it.
We're doing
documentary. You're doing a documentary?
Yeah. No, I got 2 documentary crews this week, and this is Ben, and then we have the other really important camera crew. I've done Man on a Wire. Have you seen that documentary?
Yeah.
Searching for
the
Sugar
guy
Man.
who crossed the wire between the World Trade Centers.
Right.
The French guy. Yeah.
So, yeah,
amazing.
They won 2 Academy Awards. 2, Ben. 2.
So the doctor tells him he's going to die.
The first thing I do is sell almost everything I have, because material possessions don't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
Surprise! I'm trying to get all my stuff back from my friends.
Now, the show you did last night, new stuff?
I did write some material, and then I chickened out doing a lot of it last night because it was the first time in 3.5 years I performed.
Jonathan, I hope to see you back here many.
Thanks.
Hank, what is the latest out there?
Well, we do have a crash, 93 south by 125, and then you're jammed at Roosevelt Circle, 128 south, busy Route 3 down into Lexington.
Well, I'm not in your documentary. I didn't give you permission to put me in your documentary.
Oh, boy.
You want to be in this one? Do I want to be in that one? All right. I want to be in the documentary.
So is it a race to get yours out first now? Or how does that affect you? I mean, sorry, I'm interviewing you now, but I'm curious.
You just never know what's happening. Is this a joke or is this real?
God, I'm so fascinated by this. And they don't want to be filmed, and the guy's smoking crystal meth. It's like...
But did the other documentary, does it win an Oscar or something?
I understand that this is extremely impolite of him. On the other hand, if I had a death sentence hanging over my head, I can understand him saying, the more the better, you know.
Okay, and the Oscar goes to Searching for Sugar Man. Let's go to the sound check.
Oscar goes to Man on Wire, James Morris and Simon Six.
Rodriguez isn't here tonight because he didn't want to take any of the credit himself. And
he wins.
That just about said everything about that man and his story that you want to know.
Can I help you?
Hi, I'm Ben.
Hi, I'm Jill. I already have a film crew here.
Yes, story of everyone's lives. There's two.
Do you have credentials, sir? Just to find out who cleared it. And again, I'm not trying to give you a
I
bad
get it.
time.
I get it. I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, Tom, I'll see me afterwards.
Yeah.
We're going to try some weird stuff tonight. It's been, like I said, 3.5 years, and a lot of it I forgot. I have no clue what any of this shit is.
It's definitely not like it used to be so effortless.
Susie!
I'm good for about 15 minutes of feeling invincible, like I used to, and then all of a sudden, everything starts to lock up. My hands lock up. I can't do manipulation of objects like magicians should be able to do, and it slows me down. I have to sit down during part of the show. It's hit and miss.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Who cares?
So you're not affected? Give me a straight answer.
Why are you even asking me that? Don't you know what the answer to that is?
I appreciate you all coming out tonight to see the show again. It's been a real kick for me to do.
Hi.
Hi. What will the Amazing Johnathan do without you? Is he going to miss you? Because, you guys have been hanging together, and now it's time for you to go home, I guess?
I don't think so.
Okay.
How long is the drive?
About an hour.
Good.
That's mine. Why does my food taste better than your food?
So what do you know about the project? What have I told you?
I think you're documenting Jonathan's life, and apparently that he's been ill.
Not long ago, he let me know that there is another documentary crew making a documentary about him.
Oh. So we could say the more the merrier here.
Where once I was making a documentary out of love and art, now
you have competitors. There's competition. How does that affect you? Does it? Should it?
All good questions.
At some point, he's going to die, and things will get really interesting.
Okay, that could be the end point. It could maybe not be the end point if he dies. But
what's your observation? Are those guys good? Are they capable?
Well,
can they pull it off? They have a good story to tell? What story are they telling?
It doesn't.
What story are you telling?
It's not that.
What story is anybody? What is the story here? No, are they good? Cut.
I just got done working a cruise ship. These are the oldest people you've ever seen in your life.
How's it going? I'm Ben.
Ben, Chad, how you doing?
How are you doing?
Good. Are you just handheld roaming then?
Sorry, who are you?
Chad Taylor.
Yeah, so what are you filming?
I'm making a documentary. Been working on it for a couple of years.
I didn't know you guys were. Have you been doing this tour with him then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had no idea of that either. So I'm not that worried that ours would conflict or anything.
Yeah.
But hearing there's a whole nother crew. He's the guy who gave us both permission, so here we are.
Hey.
I didn't think you were coming. You know, there's another documentary guy. Ted's the original one for years ago. He's been working on this for years.
These are people who put off taking their vacation until their last week on Earth. Give it up for the Amazing Johnathan!
This is the Chinese linking rings. As you can see, they're already linked. That's a time saver.
I'll just start by just saying, how did it feel up there?
How did it look?
It looked good to me. And how does it feel as compared to prior? How's it feeling back on stage? How's the show feel compared to that?
It felt good. It was fun.
And then, are you shooting 4K or regular or 1080?
4K.
You are shooting 4K.
No.
Nice.
How was it for you? How was it for you?
Decent.
Well, yeah, feel free, totally do what you want in the green room and all that.
Doc?
I have that.
Yeah. I shot a doc following Bert Kreischer, Genocide.
Actually, we have two different projects.
Two different projects. A lot of competing docs.
When did you start?
December of 2014.
How?
2 years ago in December.
You got work.
Yeah.
It's such a compelling story, especially now that he's come back. It's pretty good for me. Would you be willing to sign a release?
Oh, for sure.
I want to use a snippet of you?
Yeah.
I'd love it. I appreciate it.
All right, I'll show you what I found last night.
So in an article here, Jonathan is asked, what else is coming up next? What are the new goals you are looking to achieve? He answers, this guy Ben Berman has been doing a documentary for a year on me, and then this other company came along and said, quote, hey, we want to do a documentary about you. We won 2 Academy Awards. So now they're competing with each other. They made me sign a thing that said Ben has to wait 2 years. I feel bad that the other company kind of cut in, but like I said, they won 2 Academy Awards. This is on the internet. This is what Jonathan said. They made me sign a thing that said Ben has to wait 2 years. So where does that put me? What is really going on? Like I'm getting the runaround, right? Howdy, man.
Hello, Ben.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Nice to see you. A big reason that I'm here is to apologize to you for doing to you what the other documentary crew did to me. Come in on someone else's turf. When
As much as I appreciate that, I would say no apology necessary because number one, he didn't know I was there. But even if he did know I was there, as long as he gave permission, that's really all you need, in my opinion. If he wants to do 100 documentaries next month, all I can do is hope mine's more interesting, So as much as I appreciate the apology, I really feel there's no need.
Are you a full-time documentarian, or what is it that you consider your career?
No, my main job is juggling chainsaws. I do a comedy and juggling show. That's my main gig.
Sporting events around the country, as well as television shows around the world.
And if you're ever asking me this question, have you seen that documentary with it? Stop right there. Too many documentaries. Let's slow down on the documentary. We're all loaded up. We got enough for now. Sometimes I think documentary filmmaking is just a Hail Mary pass for someone almost giving up on the medium. You know, like.
Yes, last night I met another guy making a documentary on Jonathan. You know he's unfaithful to you already, so what does it matter if he's unfaithful to you with multiple people? I don't know if it's over, if I should give up. At this point, you just call it, right? You have to keep going. Just giving up is guaranteeing that this is all a complete failure. So you can defer your failure for another year by keeping on going. But if you give up today, you know for sure that this has been a failure and you failed. Can you talk to me about, just tell me how much of a failure I am? I appreciate it. It's true though. It's like if I want to see a film on Amazing Johnathan, I can now watch 2 or 3 others. So how do you make this story unique? You have to be open to every single story, including your own. What interested you in a dying magician, and why?
I got this letter, I think literally the day of my mom's funeral, I believe. So she wrote it right before, so as an 11-year-old kid getting this.
Hey, Dad, tell me your feelings.
I can't tell you all my feelings. There's too many feelings.
Tell me some of your feelings.
Mom died on February 9th. It's very hard. It's very hard. Every day there's something new for me. Every month there's something new for me.
Getting good footage here.
Enough.
Dear Ben, I know that this is a difficult time for you. I know you will continue to be a good student and work hard. Please stay creative by drawing and making your videos. I wish when you grow up that you experience many successes. If failure should occur, learn from it. I don't know, man. I've always done videos.
to Jonathan's movie now.
All right, so I'm going to show you the new paintings. Yeah, it's a fucking total mess. You are now taking a picture of a picture of a picture holding a picture of a picture. You don't get it? All right, Ben, shut the cameras off. Don't even think. Don't even think.
Why? What are you doing?
I have to go to the bathroom for a second. Palming. All right, I'll be right back.
So you were in Los Angeles recently?
I was in LA recently. Chris Angel, he got his star on the Hollywood Boulevard.
I live in LA. I would have loved to have been there at Chris Angel's ceremony.
Everyone would.
But I'm making a documentary on you.
The other documentary team was there.
Well, it's up to you. You have to tell me. I'll try to update you. Ideally, you can tell me when you're doing interesting things so we can have interesting things for this documentary.
So you take it up. You find a video of us, because there was like fucking press from around the world, and you use that.
Hello, Hollywood. Welcome to this morning's Walk of Fame ceremony. A special shout out to our fans who are watching the live video stream. All right.
You guys made a pretty funny motley crew. You, Chris Angel, Flavor Flav, and Gary Oldman.
He's not much of an actor, but I like the guy.
Ideally, can you in the future please keep me
when you come to LA? It's me.
You should have told one of your 3 documentary teams.
4. Don't forget Nikki.
And who's Nikki? All right, so I just made contact with Nikki. She made it very clear she does not want to appear on camera, but she agreed to hand off some of her old tapes. Let's not do this here.
Pretty good background. See?
Everyone wants a story where you have your career, you start to become famous, you start doing drugs, you lose everything, you stop doing drugs, and you become famous again. So that's not what's happened, and that's not the way it happens sometimes. I had nothing, I started doing drugs, could never stop doing drugs. That's not the ending people want to see or read about, according to my publishers. The book on my life story is not a book they want to do.
Right.
I don't like it. I like having a presence in Vegas, even if I don't have a presence in Vegas.
If I didn't do drugs, then I probably would have ended up in Michigan like all my friends did. I've already done such drugs. I think it makes you a little bit distant, less accessible to people around you. That's it. Yeah, my feet are dead. I literally can't feel them most of the time.
I don't feel my feet, remember? So yeah, this is fun. Anastasia's head went through the windshield.
Her head broke the windshield when I was in coma.
I do it like a vitamin, you know?
And he tells me that he does speed like vitamins.
Makes him the Superman.
You could be like me, Superman.
Because he's so good as a performer, once he comes up with something good to say to one of us, you know it's right in the back of his head. The second the opportunity comes up, he probably says the same thing to all of us. Because he knows when something's good, and he'll use it again. He's a smart guy.
It's frustrating because it seems now more than ever much more apparent that everyone, the second crew, Chad, myself, we're all making the same documentary. We have the same sound bites and we have the same interviews with the same subjects. So how do I separate mine? What do I do?
You can mention the drugs. I'm not going to stop you from mentioning anything. I won't stop you from doing it. I just don't want the visual of it. And you got everything else.
That's different.
We talked about this already. Whose chicken wings are those? I've told you I didn't want to use that footage before. I told you my manager said he doesn't want you to use that footage.
Yeah, but it's
because it's damaging.
You only said your manager didn't want to know.
Ben, I want you to smoke with me, and I want it on camera. So if you use me, you use both of us. Then I'll do it.
If I took a hit of meth on camera,
how do you feel?
I'm now considering taking a hit of.
Why wouldn't you? Pass me my drugs.
Thank you for calling law offices. Please stay on the line and someone will be with you momentarily.
Good morning. Thank you for calling law office. How may I help you?
I had a law question. I think a question that pertains to law regarding a contract. If my subject asked me to smoke methamphetamine on camera, can that ever be legally binding if I smoke methamphetamine on camera?
Not 100% sure. I'm going to go ahead and give the lawyer all this information. I'm going to tell him that you're making a documentary and you have questions about them wanting you to, do a meth on camera. And once the lawyer reads the message and all that, they'll be giving you a call back.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So here's the thing. So I put a good amount of thought into this thing.
What thing?
I'm ready to take you up on your offer, I think.
I mean, I don't know what offer you're talking about. It could be any one of the offers. Ben, I want you to smoke with me, and I want it on camera. So no way. You just smoke with us. That'll do it. I'm not going to be the one that gets you hooked on that shit. You want yourself on camera showing you?
I don't.
Well, and neither do I. So we both don't want footage of us smoking. Why would you want footage of smoking? You've been watching Vice again, haven't you? Vice shows all the people trying this stuff that they're doing this story on.
It's, you know what it is? It's gonzo journalism.
Yes, and you keep telling yourself that. I mean, if you want to do it, I mean, I can take my offer back. It's up to you. What if you overdosed and you had a heart attack? Wouldn't that be fucking
God forbid. Is that possible?
Yeah, it's stupid. Why do you want to show it? Doesn't make sense.
I want the most interesting documentary. This is part of it. What if I'm going to just take a half a hit.
Go ahead.
Now, there's smoke already in here, right?
Well, here, this thing flares, so don't put your face by it, okay? No, hit it.
Okay.
Hit it hard.
I would strongly advise that you do not smoke illegal substances on screen. Censoring the footage by putting a black box over your mouth could be helpful, but it won't get you all the way there. I think that it's interesting footage, but I don't think it's crucial for telling the story that you're trying to tell here. It is not worth the risk.
How's it going? When I told Grandma what you were doing, and she just said, oh, his mother would be very proud. His mother would be so proud, she said.
Are you ashamed of what you did yesterday? What is your plan going forward?
It's been going on for too long to not know what the hell I'm doing. Hello?
Hey, Ben. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
So I reached out to the producers of Searching for Sugar Man and Man on Wire and basically said, that I read this article that said they were producing a documentary on the Amazing Johnathan. I just sort of asked them point blank, are they doing it? And they said no. So.
Well, wait, so you reached out to Jonathan or Simon?
Simon shit.
Well, Juliet isn't here tonight because she didn't want to take any of the credit.
Because I didn't want it to get back to you. I said that I found this article that said he's producing a doc on the Amazing Johnathan, and then I was like, hey, are you actually producing it? And they said no, he's not producing it.
Jonathan, Amazing Jonathan's been telling me that it's been Man on Wire Searching for Sugar Man crew from the very beginning. And it seems like the only ties to those films are Simon. So if Simon isn't producing the other Amazing Johnathan documentary, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Sounds like since you've been shooting him, I think that nothing you're seeing is real. And I'll remind you that you set out to create a documentary on a terminally ill man who was given 1 year to live, and it's now 4 years past that date. So how do you even know if that's the case? It seems like a good time to remind yourself that this man's occupation is a magician. So can you trust anything that a magician does? Do you think there's any chance he's fabricating his diagnosis?
Come on, hippie dance. Hey, how are you, buddy? How you doing? You gotta just relax it and put it out way out like this. Hey, Petey.
Good.
Thanks, Phim.
Yeah.
The party hasn't even started yet, Bruce.
Yeah, I know. No, I don't do that.
This is too late.
Who's doesn't do party?
I should have your information, though. I mean, just in case some unknown person might want to tip you off if things are going on that's important. Just block on Facebook. You need somebody giving you something's going down.
I need a man on the inside.
All right. Well, cool.
Is there anything that you know that you think has been hidden from me? If you were offering to be my man on the inside, what do you think
I don't think that there's anything that he's hiding. And in fact, he told me, and he had told other people, to be completely honest with you. So there's never, and I mean this, there's never been a moment where he says, oh, don't tell them about this or that. But I think everyone thought that the whole dying bit was a prank, myself included. But I know he researched the legal ramifications of faking his death at one point. He also talked about having somebody else come back as him, but I guess there's less legal ramifications if somebody shows up that appears to be him in the future. Always be thinking in that term that access might be cut off without any rhyme or reason. Use whatever you need to finish something up in case he says no more.
Hey, what's going on? Hold on a minute, hold on. Yeah, what's happening? Yep, this is my answering machine. Please leave a message. Hey, what's going on? Yep, this is my answering machine.
I know. Hey, Jonathan, it's Ben. Please give me a call back.
Yep, this is my answering machine.
I appreciate it very much. Hope to hear from you soon. Thank you very much. Please give me a call.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
I have a pimple on my nose.
What's going on?
I'm getting old.
Yeah, what's happening?
Not much. Went to the gym.
Yep, this is my answering machine.
Well, hey, big congratulations for pulling that off. Because, dang, he just did it in a year and he debuted at the festival. So, Vancouver, I want to say Montreal Comedy Festival, but I think it's in Vancouver. Anyway, the first one of us across the finish line. Sounds like they did pretty well so far. All right, bye.
You absolutely have to go. You're going to erode. Your brain is going to erode. There's a lot of unanswered questions. It's huge for you and for your movie.
I think you're overthinking this a little bit. This is way out of my realm. Almost like private investigator work.
You need answers, buddy. You're dealing with a mess, and you got to tie it up somehow.
Well, you decide what your purpose is there. There should be no reason for conflict, right?
At the end of the film, we're going to have a little Q&A with the gang. So enjoy the film, and yeah, stick around. Please come up to the stage, the director, Mr. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, first of all, how did you become involved in the project?
Jonathan Mouse, Tyler Waitman. guy, I want to get back out there and see if I can do these 3 more shows. The opportunity presented itself. I just thought this is a great opportunity.
Is there any questions in the crowd? Right there in the middle?
First off, congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
It was really entertaining. I just wanted to know, the filming process that you used for this film, was it similar to the filming process you used for Searching for Sugar Man and Man on Wire?
Well,
What's up, man? I guess practical matters first. Can I get you to sign a photo release?
Yeah.
I appreciate it. No problem. I think it would be good if you allowed one other person to get a question off. And that's really the kind of the heart of this. We're just trying to figure out how this misunderstanding happened, that they were advertised as being the people that made these Academy Award-winning movies. But then, yeah, the question being, was the process of making this film similar to the way that you made Searching for Sugar Man and Man on Wire?
The filming process that you used for this film, was it similar to the filming process you used for Searching for Sugar Man and Man on Wire?
Well, no. Those are Oscar-nominated films, and I've never directed anything. So, yeah, I think it was just kind of a run-and-gun kind of operation. So, no. Thank you for coming, and thank you all very much, by the way. Thank you, because if you guys weren't here, there would not be 22 people here. So
Thank you very much.
Wanted to say great film.
Thank you so much.
They're good questions. People, good questions. Jonathan's such a prankster. Did you ever think that his illness was this often prank?
Yeah, I never did. I just thought that that's real, because I've never seen him cry.
So, I was told I had a year to live. It's not a joke.
No, it's real. Yeah, he's not that good.
Well, great job, guys. I'll see you guys around. Thanks. Have a good one.
See you, buddy. Take care, man.
You too.
In the clip you sent me, Jonathan said in the clip, I think it was like like a radio interview or something you guys are going to do. He goes, somebody else wants to do wants to do a documentary on me, and it's and they're attached to these award-winning movies.
Yes.
So isn't he referencing them?
Yes.
Okay, but they didn't do shit.
That's right.
But he thinks they did.
I don't know what he thinks.
Oh, he could just be fucking with you.
Maybe.
Okay. So much is confusing, but you got your work cut out for you. And you need more from him still, right?
I think so, yeah.
Man, better hop on it, because the way they're making it sound like he's going to be gone next week.
So yeah, we got the answer that we expected to get from them. As I knew, all signs kind of point to Jonathan. So any further answers to any of the questions, the many questions that I have to come from Jonathan. So I just have to go talk to Jonathan and kind of, I think, finally demand truth. What documentaries have you seen lately?
I watch all of them. I think I've gone right down the list and seen them all.
Kind of going back, do you remember the first email you ever sent to me?
No.
I want to show you.
You have it?
It's very short, very simple.
Okay. Yeah.
So it ends with if we just stick to the truth.
Right.
I wonder do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you mean? Like, in what regards? To what?
In regards to...
Have I been dishonest with you somewhere?
Well, I don't know if it's dishonesty or... I'll say this. You're a magician. You're an illusionist. And you're also someone who is a self-proclaimed prankster, right?
Mm.
Where I am right now is I'm really not sure what's real and what's not real.
What do you think might not be real?
At this point, you have me questioning a lot. Here's the thing. We know that the second crew isn't who you originally claimed they are. There's no one...
I'm telling you what they told me. The searching for Sugarmans, that's who they told me that they were. The two main guys from London aren't taking a hands-on approach to the documentary because they don't do that anymore. So you weren't lied to. This is the truth. I would have done it regardless because, you know, if I can have two documentaries made, I mean, why wouldn't I have two documentaries made on me rather than one? You're just waiting. You're biding your time till I die, and then you get that ending you want.
That's not true.
Are you disappointed that I'm not dying in your time frame?
Anyway, I know you don't consider yourself a grand magician or a grand illusionist, but you definitely are a prankster. My big question is, you were diagnosed with a heart disease, given a year to live, and 4 years later, you're still here.
What's your point?
My point is, you were diagnosed with a heart disease, given a year to live.
This is getting old. Move on.
And 4 years later, you're here.
And what's your point to this? What are you saying, Ben?
What do you think a person out in the world would, after all
Here's what I think. I don't give a fuck what they think. If they're weary or if they're leery that I'm still living for some reason, I don't give a fuck. I'm still living. Wouldn't you rather have that than anything else? Or you're saying that I'm faking my own death. So not only are you accusing me of that, but you're saying I'm doing it for methods of just being a prank. Ha ha, I got you.
How far have you gone for a prank before? Are you
serious? You think that this is a prank?
You can see.
Ben,
I don't know.
Ben, you're wasting my time because I don't want to think about it anymore. Because when someone tells you got that long to live, every second of every day you're back on it. Makes me miserable. I'm in the hospital all the time, and doctors can verify everything is real. You know, so you're accusing me of this as this wouldn't be a prank. It would be for some other motive, like what? Getting publicity from it, losing all my work on the road from it, losing my job, so I can't make it so nobody will hire me anymore. That's the prank. Ha ha! That's a prank on me. I don't get any work anymore. That's funny, huh? So funny that I'm in the hospital all the fucking time. What a prank! You're wasting my time right now.
I honestly don't. Oh.
Fucking idiot. I already have a documentary that has a good ending.
Every fucking morning I wake up worrying that he's going to not be alive anymore. That's every single fucking morning. And then I'm going to have the guilt of, should I have called an ambulance sooner? Should I have got him to the hospital? So, I worry about that a lot. Like, about making the wrong decision. Because it's a lot of weight.
He was told he was going to die. just took the wind out of his sails. But look what he's done since then. He's been on the stage. That's his life. If he dies that way, that's fine. He's not going to let it stop him, and I am glad. I am glad.
So we got nothing done. I got to find a stooge who's willing to come up and do the bit with me. Yeah, you want to do it?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
This one was first.
It's first in the timeline, yeah. But I think it should be second in the release.
Tell me some of your feelings.
Mom died on February 9th. Very hard. It's very hard. Every day there's something new for me. Every month there's something new for me.
That's funny, huh? You're wasting my time right now.
I honestly
Don't go. Oh, fucking idiot.
You interviewing me? Wow. That's crazy. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
It explains why you love to make films about that. Does good job at that. And it's a nice.
I don't know if there is a love, but there's an understanding.
A need.
I feel bad.
Yeah. Well, you don't know that Jonathan's on board or not. You don't know where he's at, so you don't want to exploit him, but at the same time, you've got a movie to make.
Well, what I was about to say is, yes, I'm concerned that I'm using him for his death, to tell a death story. But basically what I'm telling you is that Jonathan is not happy with me right now.
Well, the question is, what ending would satisfy him? Literally, what, specifically, what ending would diffuse this open issue?
I started filming a documentary on a magician. He calls me and he tells me he's allowing another documentary crew to come into his life to film another documentary on him. And he also told me that the people making that documentary had won Academy Awards. And specifically told me that you and Lightbox Pictures were producing his other documentary. Are you familiar with any project on a magician?
Well, funny you should mention it. I read an article that named me in the context of a project of the project that you mentioned, which I had no prior knowledge of whatsoever.
Right.
Is there other stuff out there that sort of that suggests that I'm involved in the making of this film?
This is probably what you saw. I wasn't even actually planning on bringing that out. It's an interview that Jonathan did on Public Nevada Radio. And it references me and it references you.
Wow.
Is that what you saw?
I don't think I saw this quote. No, I don't think I saw that quote.
Yeah. So there's a couple interviews that are publicized from Jonathan. But I'll say this. Jonathan also reveals to me that there's not only a second documentary crew, there's a third crew that's filming a documentary on Jonathan as well.
I would say that the marketplace has become frenzied. You know, there's been more competition than is comfortable, and you know, you do begin to question whether you should be pursuing subjects where there's inevitably going to be lots of competition.
Right. We hear that a man is dying 3-4 4 or 5, who knows how many people rush in to claim that man's story as their own.
Right.
So just the other day, I sat down in an interview and blatantly had to ask him, Jonathan, are you actually dying, or is that another illusion of yours? In that moment, it became very clear to me that Jonathan is indeed dying.
Wow.
So basically, at the end of the day, I think we have a fantastic, very strong, very unique, really engaging movie here. And I'd love for you to consider coming on as an executive producer of this movie. You know, Jonathan tells me that you're producing a documentary on him. That ends up being not the truth. So if you were to come and produce this movie, he would have an Academy Award-winning producer producing a documentary on him.
Yeah.
So will you produce my movie?
Yep, this is my answering machine. Hey, Jonathan, it's Ben. I saw that you and Anna are going to be in Detroit this weekend, and I'm going to be there, and it would be great to meet up if you can. I'd appreciate it. Hope to talk soon. Bye-bye.
Nancy for the camera crew. I'm going, here comes the airplane, Ma. What's the matter with Doug now?
He had a lot of heart issues. He is having back surgery next month.
I saw him not too long ago in Florida.
Hey, Jonathan, do you think I could speak to you in the other room? Maybe?
Yeah.
That'll be cool. You can bring your cake if you want. I think basically the way I think a couple things have played out recently, I think I owe you some apologies. First of all, I feel like throughout the whole process of making this documentary, I feel like I might have exploited you or leaned a little bit more heavy into the death angle of your story than I needed to. And I'm sorry about that because I think it's I think some history or baggage of my own, and I don't think that was fair to you. And I feel really bad about questioning the validity of your illness. Last time we did that interview.
Well, I question the validity of it myself because I'm still here, so nobody feels more that way than I do. Like I'm confused as why I'm here as well. I can understand why you would want that's a perfect wrap-up for a documentary. But, I mean, I have no control over that. You're confused about how you can end this documentary, and I don't blame you because how are you going to end the documentary? What's going to be your saving grace on that?
Well, that's what I'm about to tell you is I ended up flying to London, and I met with Simon Chin, who's the producer of Searching for Sugar Man and Man on Wire, the British guy. And I pitched him this movie, our documentary.
You did?
And I basically in that meeting asked him, would you consider coming on and being a producer on this documentary? And he said yes. He's going to come aboard.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of strange that you would go to him knowing that he already kind of had his hand in the other one. Had he seen the other one?
He had no idea about the other one.
He had no idea, really.
You told people that you have an Academy Award-winning producer producing a documentary on you, and now you do. So you were always right.
Mom, we just got really good news. Those guys just got the green light from this company in London who Academy Award-winning. These guys are personally coming aboard to do this documentary. They're like the biggest documentary makers in the world. Good news. Everybody's happy about that. They did Man on a Wire. And they did 13th of Sugarman. Yeah, they're pretty famous documentary makers. Two-time Academy Award winner.
Really?
Yeah. They've made famous documentaries before.
I'm proud of him. Yeah. I'm always proud of him.
Like a grain of sand that wants to be a rolling stone, I want to be the man I'm not, and have the things I really haven't got, and that's a lot.
Hey, Ben. Hello, Simon. How's it going? You should know something. I actually just spoke to my business partner in LA, and it turns out that actually he met the other competing crew some time ago, completely unbeknownst to me, and he actually lent them some of our camera gear. The idea that I was attached to the project as the producer, still not true, but for one brief moment, I guess I was involved in the other film.